Okay, you wanted me to analyze your replay, so here we are. You wanted me to write out comments, but I figured this would be easier for me to do. Alright, light tank, bottom tier on Winter Dwarf. Not the best thing. You've got camo and binos, so if I were you, I would go over here to D5, post up, get your early lights, and see where the enemy team is going, and then decide where you want to go from there. Probably help around this 3-line. But you don't do that. You go to the hill in a light tank with no turret and no gun depression. So that's a terrible idea.
Let's get this show on the road.
But, you can make it work, so. I mean, not you specifically, but people can make it work. Alright, so speed this up a little bit. So you got a lot of people going hill with you, that's good. You got a Cromwell B who's green, that's good. Alright, back to normal speed. Alright, you come around over here, you take this wide route for some reason. You can't shoot at any of those guys down there. You'll never be able to shoot those. You would only be able to shoot from up here, from this sort of area like that, and you would only be able to shoot enemies around there. You'll never be able to hit these guys in a million years. You just can't. So you'd only be able to shoot past about that point, and then you could shoot all through there, and anybody that went to the railroad, as long as there's people spotting. But there's nobody spotting. You've got Stug here for some reason. Oh, because he's bad. But like I said, you'll never shoot these guys in a million years. Nope, can't climb over that. All right, so decision time. You've got a Chaffee and a Cromwell B. Two of those together will shred you in like 5 seconds. So you should get the fuck out of here.
Ready to fire.
I wouldn't have taken that shot.
Let's find another target.
I don't know what you were doing, fucking around in sniper mode. But you run away, which is the smart play. Because you had no help, there was nobody else on that side. And now you come over here, kind of getting these guys' ways. That was a lucky ass shot.
Target unlocked.
That shouldn't have landed in a million years, but ELC, whatever. Okay, now you come over to help the T-34 and the Type T-34. That's a good play. Auto aim on the M4 for some reason. You should not do that. That was a really bad idea.
Target unlocked.
Could have gotten a lot more damage,
Enemy vehicle
but
destroyed.
you get the kill steal, so whatever. You hang back for some reason. Alright, there's a jumbo down here. You see that there's a jumbo down here. That can one-shot you. Well, you'd have to get a good roll, but he can potentially one-shot you. Likelihood is bad since he's a bad player, so I would climb a little bit higher. I wouldn't go so low right here. Luckily for you, he's on his side. You should see that he's on his side and just immediately just think, oh, there's free damage. But instead you run into a wall.
Ready to fire.
You auto-aim, again, you need to stop auto-aiming so much. You should really only auto-aim when you're on the move and you just need to get like a snapshot off. Auto-aim in general is it's a crutch that you need to get rid of. Like say if you hadn't been auto-aimed, you would have gotten that shot off earlier. You get stuck on the jumbo. That was really dumb. You get stuck a lot on tanks. Like you get stuck down here. Alright. VK, G1R, and a Jackson. Jackson is, we can't really see, but most likely he's looking this way. So I wouldn't be the first one out there, but you've got 3 players with you. You got 3 mediums with you. Y'all should be able to handle this. As long as the Jackson, I mean, like the Jackson is kind of a big threat. The VK's the better player, but the Jackson's got a big gun. Actually, no, it doesn't. Whatever. Point is, the VK is not a big threat to you. You can easily outmaneuver him, get behind him. I probably would have just driven past him and killed that Jackson. And then turned around and helped these guys kill the VK. You don't do that, you get stuck on a tank again. So here, you see he's pointed this way. He's got his attention on these two medium tanks. He's just fired. One of the other guys left or died or something. I don't remember what happened to him. You should push around, take cover from this Jackson behind this rubble right here, and just shoot him. If he turns his turret towards you, great. He's a heavy tank. He's got low turret traverse. It'll take him a minute. These two guys will come in and clean up, hopefully. Instead, you duff your shot into the ground. You had plenty of time. You could have just let your aim circle settle for a little bit. So now, you move closer to the VK, which is bad. You should have, again, come around this way where you've got cover between you and him. And now you're boned. Okay, he just fired. He's got, 4-second reload. It's not bad. Now, you're sitting here waiting for your team to cover you for your mistake. Which they do. And they kill the Jackson as well, so that's good for you. But, oh my god, why did I zoom down so far? Anyways, like I was saying, your team covered you for your mistake. Now, somebody's on cap. You can see there's an A20, an SU-100Y, a Hellcat, KB1, or no, that's not KB1. I don't know what that is. KB2. KB1's over here. And a Chaffee. All over here. But there's a T-34-85 by himself. You come down here, presumably, I guess, to chase after Artie and get your Artie kills. Artie is not the threat. The threat is the cap. Artie is basically useless on this map. Nobody spotted them all game. They could be down here. They could be right here. Turns out they're up here. But the Artie is not the threat. Going after the Artie is not helping your team. What would help your team is if you, this T-34-85 and the Skoda, killed this T-34-85 and then probably pushed up this 3-line and cleaned up all these guys watching over the base while the T-150 and... oh, what tank is that? That would be the Type. Well, the T-150 and the Type try and reset cap, along with the Arties. That would be what I would do. I would go in here. We've got a Dicker Max as well. He can shoot down at cap pretty well. He's got like 15 degrees of gun depression. Going after the Artie is a bad play. I disagree with that entirely. Especially because you are now alone. You don't have any support. You should stick with the Skoda and the T-34-85 and just help them clean up. They're decent players. No, the T-34-85 is not, but the Skoda's a pretty decent player. You probably should have come down this road right here and either cut up like this or just gone down a little further and shot like that. I probably would have cut through there just because ELC's gun handling is pretty crap. But here, if you're going down this way and shooting down the 5-line while the Skoda and the T-34 right here, the T-34-85 is going to have to switch his attention between the two of y'all, and it'll fuck up his shots. And then you could take out a pretty decent tank, pretty bad player, but a decent tank. And then y'all can work your ways back to the base. Alright, so we're just going to speed things up a little bit because they took out the T-34-85, it's fine. Alright, so you know where the KB-1 is. KB-1 has pushed up, and you can see there's an A-20, a Hellcat, and a KB-2 all right in the cap circle. There's 2 already on the cap. A third is probably coming. There's only 37 seconds left. You need to get back to reset cap. Hunting down Artie is not going to win you the game right now. Luckily, the Type kills the Hellcat. And again, you need to get back to cap. You really need to get back to cap. Like you're full health, you're just fucking around, taking the long way. I realize, yeah, you really want to kill those already, or do something, but you got to get back. Luckily, your team, I mean, KB2 kills the best player on your team, but he had to rush in, him and the T-34-85, because you were fucking around down here. You could have easily gotten back in time, loaded an HE shell, fired it off at cap, hit someone, and reset, and given all of y'all time to regroup and really focus in on these guys. Because y'all have the advantage. Y'all have better positioning. Or, well, you had it, anyways, before they had to fucking suicide run into the cap circle to reset. Okay, so you see there's one M41 right here. SU-100Y is in this little corner right here. Almost certainly looking this way, because he's tucked in, and there's those little windows, and you can guard cap fairly well that way. So what I would do, I'd come in here, finish off this KV-1, and come in from behind and just shoot down this this AB line right here. And you can just get shots in the cap all day. Or you could just sit there and light it. You could hide and just poke around the corners a little bit and light it for the T-150 and the Dicker Max. But yeah, you should kill this KV-1. He needs to die.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
So there's M41 here. You can see, which way he's looking. What is going on with this camera? Oh my god. What the hell? Anyways. Alright, you can see he's looking down this way. His gun is pointed this way. Don't go this way.
Ready to fire.
Don't sit still. Just, don't let him one-shot you. I realize, there's a Chaffee behind you. The Chaffee is a big threat, but so is the Yardie. I mean, he's a bad player, but you really need... you gotta roll high a little bit to kill him in one shot, which you do.
They're knocked out.
Chaffee's about to shoot you again. Luckily he misses. Alright. Now, here's, decision time. Do you go after this SU-100Y? It's hard to tell which way he's facing. But there's the Artie and the SU-100Y. Those are the big threats right now. I mean, the Artie not so much, but like you cannot kill this Chaffee. He's gonna kill you in 3 shots, 2 if he's lucky. And you've got what, like a 6-second reload? You need to get back to your team, basically. What you do? But you gotta think, you've got a Dicker Max and a T-150. They can probably take care of cap, but they're gonna need a little bit of help. I mean, the Dicker Max is a one-shot for most things here. Chaffee would kill him too, and the T-150 would require it. Alright, so the M41 just fired. It's good for you, but I mean, as you can see, he just got hit. Now, there is not a lot of pressure on cap. As you can see over here, that SU-100Y just fired, but his reload is only like 6 seconds. It's not. This is not a very safe play.
Ready to fire.
See? You see where he is? Luckily, he's not looking at you, but if he had been pointing this way, that's it. Game over, ELC. You should have stopped behind this Skoda and just aimed your shot, shot the M41. What you definitely shouldn't have done, again, duff your shot, is drive right in front of the goddamn M41's gun. Like, the M41 doesn't have a very long reload. And you're also getting in the way, like, of your teammates if they had shots on him. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. If he just, you know, repaired, twitches a little bit, you're dead. You shouldn't have run in front of his fucking gun. See? SU-100Y just got reloaded. You almost died there. So, SU-100Y just fired. Good for you. Lucky shot. SU-100Y is about to be reloaded. Probably load it now. Yep. Made a run. If you had gotten tracked again, that would have been game over. You got lucky. So yeah, run to your team. Well, Jeffy would have killed you, maybe. So this is a risky play, rushing out like this in front of the SU-100Y because he's got a firing lane. He's just really bad and doesn't keep getting set up. And again, he can fire this way. He's got shots right on you. He's right there. He can shoot you now if he wanted to. He's right here. You were just lucky that he shot the T-150 and didn't shoot you. And you run into a tank again. So good job on that. I don't know what you're doing. Obviously he's reloaded. I mean, he's pointed this way. I don't know why you would just keep driving in front of him when you should have. Hell, I would have just gone right down that way. Just fucked off. I mean, T-150 is a one-shot, but so are you. Luckily, now see, I would have just crawled back behind here. He would have had to traverse his tank all the way around, and the T-150 would have been able to kill him. Well, not kill him, but, you know, put a good shot into him.
Enemy armor is hit.
And this is just...
One of our tracks is damaged.
Yeah, just managed to... Like, you didn't really outplay him. He was just really bad. So basically, to sum up this replay, you made a lot of mistakes, and your teammates covered you for it. And that's the gist of it. Either your teammates covered your mistakes, or the enemy failed to capitalize on them. And that's the gist of it.